For those people, specifically who are coming from the science background, I will say that they might have explored the things on the simulated tools like any data science tool, but they also need to take care on that whatever things we have to work on in this industry, it will ask about the coding, has to deploy the things, has to know that apart from modeling side, developing something, you need to have some backgrounds, how to create the apart from exceptional algorithm developing. So you should also have the knowledge about other engineering stuff like deployment related cloud environment. So specifically in the coding side, it will in the gradually it will require you to enhance your the coding side, but initially at least at experimentation level of any data you wanted to explore on the tool, let's say Jupyter Notebook or Python. So you need to have some basic level of command on that. So then gradually you can develop the hands-on more confidence over that. So that will really help in enhancing the coding. The interview at institute level is started like first level of, I mean, screening. First round was based on the aptitude test for some of the company. If it is not for some of the company, it directly started with the phase of one interview round where we will be screened through first technical round. After that, when we did something, then there will be more around on the technical side. Second round, you will be asked there in the same round of interview related to what you have done from your course project, from your thesis part. We will be screened through, I mean, screen through the project you work on, more highlighting whether you use on the coding part, some of the question based on the project you did. And apart from the last round, it will be more about your personal side, so related to HR round. So mostly the company start with aptitude rounds and then
Hello, everyone. Good evening. So, welcome to another podcast. So, we have with us our guest Anil Sonker. He is from UP Varanasi. So, currently, he is working as a data scientist. So, previously, he has done his MSc, and then, being MSc graduate, he had switched his career or transitioned his career into data domain. So let's know more from him how he was able to do this. So yes, Anil, let's know more about your education background and how did you manage to switch to data domain?
yeah, I would like to first thank you for giving me this opportunity and thanks to the Cloud Ml team. So, yeah, so let me introduce myself first. So, hi, my name is Anil Kumar Sonker. I'm basically from Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. Coming to my education background, so I have done my master in operational research in the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operational Research at IIT Bombay. And before that, I have completed my graduation in the branch, I will say that in the specialization, statistics and mathematics and computer science from the Department of Institute of Science, Banaras Hindu University. So if I talk about my experience, professional experience, the journey in the industry, so it is going to be around 7 years almost working in the industry in different field, different domains to work on different use case related to data science or non-data science, the other aspects. And if I talk about my hobby part, yeah, in my spare time, I like to spend my time playing some of the stuff like cricket, table tennis, and doing exercise, yoga. So if I talk about my journey as the question you asked, the journey started like my background is basically from the business background, means my family work in the area related to farming, and they basically they are busy with vegetable sellers. So from there, the numbers and everything came the idea. And very first starting journey when I decided to what is specialization I have to decide in my bachelor time. So I decided to go with statistic as a honors. So there it started where I got opportunity to play with the data, and in the thesis project in my bachelor time. So it's gave me the confidence and understanding the real challenges based on the numbers and data. At that time it's gave me, I mean, the eye open that yeah, it can be a good I mean opportunity for me to start the journey there. So it was not at that time also sure, but throughout that project in bachelor time it's gave me hints that and I searched many places on Google and everything. So it give me the confidence that yeah, I'm going in the right direction. But after my bachelor, when I switch, I mean, I was in my master time at IIT Bombay. So with the specialization of operation research and industrial engineering, so there was a lot of use what I have done in my bachelor based on the data number, like the statistical hypothesis testing and distribution of the data, how they look like, everything like. Then uh, the love started from the master degree in the course, some of the course project, the real challenges with the, I mean, the professors at IIT Bombay and the student environment. And so it really gave me that and helped me to confidence that I'm going in the right direction. So,
Correct.
yeah, that was
Correct.
means
Correct.
I moved towards the data. And from there in my master, then my first company, when I got placed there, my first company, KPIT. So there I got means good opportunity to learn the things related to data and
Correct. Correct. Good to hear. Like from MSc background, though you belong to MSc background, like you found the ideas, है ना? You got some guidance, and then finally you made the decision
yeah,
to switch into this domain. So you got graduated from
it
IIT
can be,
Bombay,
yeah,
you
it
told,
can be.
right?
I did my master there from IIT Bombay
Masters you have done from IIT Bombay. Good,
and
good.
graduation and bachelor in statistics from Banaras Hindu University. So yeah, being as a
Banaras,
science student, Banaras Hindu University,
BHU.
my hometown place. Yeah,
Correct,
BHU.
correct, correct, correct. Okay.
So
Yeah, you
yeah,
are trying to say
being in
something.
a, I mean, so being in a, I'm being as a science student means, although didn't did my engineering related something, it can be inspiration to all who are like in the science background and started to seeking career in the field of data analysis and data science. Yeah, it can be good who are
Correct.
who will be listening and so.
करेक्ट करेक्ट सो देर आर सो मेनी लर्नर्स है ना बहुत सारे लर्नर्स ऐसे हैं जो
Yeah,
काफी डिफिकल्टी फेस फेस करते हैं कि मैं अगर इस बैकग्राउंड में मुझे कोडिंग नहीं आती
right,
तो
right,
मैं कैसे स्विच कर सकती हूँ या कर सकता हूँ करेक्ट सो
right,
आप एक मोटिवेशन बनेंगे उनके लिए ठीक है क्योंकि आपने एमएससी बैकग्राउंड से डेफिनेटली अगर स्विच किया है तो हर कोई कर सकता है करेक्ट
right,
सो
right.
आप जब स्विच कर रहे थे डोमेन तो क्या ऐसी चैलेंजेस जो बड़ी चैलेंजेस आपने फेस किया उसके बारे में आप थोड़ा डिस्कस करना चाहेंगे
So while I'll say that during my switch time exactly when I was in my first company, so it was exposure based on the engineering side also. I mean, including the software side changes plus the I was also got opportunity to work on the data side also. So in my first company itself, data means doing analysis, exploratory analysis, and also there I get opportunity to apply some of the mathematical techniques which I have learned in my college uh, and some of the mathematical model and there. So although it was for the just POC purpose or something, so but it boasts me that yeah, and also looking in the future that okay, this is the field I need to decide and work. So here a little bit the exposure I have got my while working. So let's start exploring other approach. I mean, after when I spent some time in the company, let's say 2 years, then I decided to move forward, wanted to go into the core data science field. So there, at that time means when I tried, uh, although I prepared, I faced some of the failures and I tried to correct what I missed in during the interview session and all. So noted down and so learning from all those failure points. So finally, I got chance to move into the that core path, which was my passion to do in 2000 around 90.
So like how was your interview process?
Yeah.
Okay, while you were trying to switch your domain, like from MSc background, you were trying to switch to data domain. So there must be sense of fear, like what kind of questions will be asked, how I'm going to answer, correct? So how was that process, the interview process? Please explain about that.
Sure, sure. So during my interview at IIT, means I have screened through most of the interview, means my initial starting phase when I explain my project which I have done, but it doesn't involve any code experience. But being as a MSc guy, so was fear working on the coding, didn't got much exposure there, so it was less experience. But as compared to other guy, when the interview asked related to this, whether you have done this experiment on the coding environment or by the manually using some automated tools. Although I use at that time tools and all, but it was appreciated at that time for engineering guy to be some hand to be have some hands-on on the code. So it was not at that time. So yeah, it was a bit challenging at that time whenever explaining the stuffs and doing that I have. So coding was the main challenging for me then at that time. Being as a MSc background, although I work on the project related to data and all, able to explain the reporting and what logic and mathematically it was involved because we have learned and got exposure at our institute to learn everything related to math behind all the algorithm model and but it was there was lack being as I said being as a science guy, so it was fear at that time. So not having much exposure on the coding part. So yeah, coding related challenges, it was something failure. When I started personally working on my coding enhancement part, giving, I mean, doing practicing on some of the coding environment like Hacker, and so after some time, during my first phase of interview, I didn't get chance any place there. So in the second phase, when I improve on those points, yeah, finally I got opportunity there. Then one company I got placement.
Correct. So what would be your suggestion for those people who are having that same kind of, like, sense of fear for coding related? Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
So what would be your suggestions or guidance for those people?
Yeah, for those people, specifically who are coming from the science background, I will say that they might have explored the things on the simulated, I mean, simulated tools like any data science tool, but they also need to take care on that whatever things we have to work on in this industry, it will ask about the coding, has to deploy the things, has to know that apart from modeling side, when you developing something, you need to have some backgrounds how to create the apart from exceptional algorithm developing. So you should also have the knowledge about other engineering stuff like deployment related cloud environment. So specifically in the coding side, it will in the gradually it will require you to enhance your the coding side, but initially at least at experimentation level of any data you wanted to explore on the tool, let's say Jupyter notebook or Python. So you need to have some basic level of command on that. So then gradually you can develop, I mean, the hands-on more. confidence over that. So that will really help in enhancing the coding. Also learning the some of the very demanded visualization tool like Power BI, Tableau, and some cloud infrastructure to deploy your model or something. So nowadays in industries, there is asked for like, coding, MLOps, so some of the ready-made things which can be developed. So like that nowadays industries is looking
Correct.
for.
Correct. Correct. So suppose like you have given so many interviews you told, right? So how was the interview process? Can you tell
Yeah.
throw some light on that?
Yeah, when I was in master, again I will say that the background about that the interview at institute level is started like first level of uh, I mean screening. First round was based on the aptitude test for some of the company. If it is not for some of the company, it directly started with the phase of one interview round where we will be screened through first technical round. After that, when we did something, then there will be more around on the technical side. Second round, you will be asked there in the same round of interview related to what you have done from your course project, from your thesis part. We will be screened through, screen through the project you work on, more highlighting whether you use on the coding part, some of the question based on the project you did. And apart from the last round, it will be more about your personal side, so related to HR round. So mostly the company start with aptitude rounds, and then after get first clear it first round, then first round with as next round with the technical interview session.
Correct. So
And
maximum of the companies are having this screening round as aptitude round, right?
right, right.
Correct, correct. So, and that is the reason we also have, added this aptitude wala course part in our curriculum as well. Fine,
That's great.
fine.
That's great.
So, how to apply for jobs and succeed in the job role?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Means as I will explain or describe my personal point of view, personal experience when I try to or when I find job. So initially, uh, our motivation is that first to whatever so far we have worked in the industry, let's update time to time, update our resume, and then update if generally for the beginner guys. So having kind of one page, two-page resume ready based on the requirement when from your past interview or job description details, you try to modify it and form your resume in that way. Have a sample, one or two with different structure, and then the next part is to update your profile on naukri.com. And in my personal, I reach out to personally some of my friends who are and working in the industries via directly on the contact, are reaching out to a anonymous person on the LinkedIn for referring if there is a role for the data science and related to same backgrounds. And so that was like a starting seeking the job point of view. And basically the company, for let's say if company, you will look the background about the company, uh, like company work for how much years and what is the expertise, whether it's expertise core on the technical and engineering side, also is it expertise on the data science and they are building. So those kind of means from your side, the verification part and everything is important.
Correct. Fine. What are the non-tech skills required other than the tech skills which is required in the data domain?
Right, right. basically working on the communication part side, presentation, how your writing skill, your presentation, demo to the stakeholders, how you tackle yourself while coming on the screen or facing some challenges. So that is very must and very important to express yourself. So that I mean, take a very good weightage for being as a non-technical part. So that is very important. So whatever you develop, if you don't know how to present or how to express on a bigger audience or a small audience, so that is the main things. Apart from that, the non-skill part means, as I said, uh, being in a good, I mean, well nature means, let's say if uh, your manager, whoever, I mean, your lead is looking into your ability apart from the skill. So you should have also the nature to collaborate with multiple stakeholder at your team, how you behaving. So all that your gesture and communication. So how whether you able to, I mean, tackle with the other engineering teams, I mean, with which you have not worked earlier, but how you start the communication, initiate the things, basically the team buildings and all. This kind of
Correct.
non-technical is required.
So after completing graduation and post-graduation, masters also,
Yeah.
like how many months or years it took for you to enter the data domain?
As I said, means it was a great opportunity when from my post graduation when I got opportunity to, I mean, my first placement in the company. There, initially I was as a software engineer there, but working on the software part and also the project where I was involved. So as being background in statistics and master in operational research, my leads or whoever my reporting members, the I mean potential in me that I can also work on some of it. So what opportunity there to switch, I mean to work some of the project related to data domain. So
Correct.
that, and that was like mix of the software plus data analysis and work. So then in my next switch, I when I decided, yeah, this is the when I kept in mind that I'm able to do stuff related to data and all, and parallelly the buzzword was data science was at that time there more and even now. So it's really means exciting, and at that time excited for me that to switch as soon as when I get the new opportunity to be in the data science role. So my second switch was mainly based on the core data science field.
Okay. Fine. So like you have highlighted many things and shared a lot of information with us, and definitely it is going to help the learner as well. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing such a vast information. And thank you for giving your time as well. So, and thank you everyone for watching the podcast. We'll meet in another podcast again.